I'm Angela Seals, and this is Peak Radar Live, where today we're taking you live to Manitou Springs, Colorado, with Jennifer DeDominici, our live on the street correspondent. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Angela.
We're so excited to see what you have to show us today, the new Manitou Springs Library inside of Manitou Art Center.
It's pretty spectacular from what I've seen so far. I am going to invite Natalie Johnson in to show us a little bit more. Natalie is the executive director of the Manitou Art Center. Is that correct?
Correct.
The title
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Yes.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Thank you for letting us see this. It's a little bit of a sneak peek, although it officially opened on March 5th, the library portion of this, correct?
Correct, on Friday.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what exactly is happening here, the collaboration between Pikes Peak Library District and the Manitou Art Center?
Sure. Right. So ultimately, our old Carnegie Library building is not ADA compliant, and they needed a temporary new home where they could do everything that they needed to do while they were waiting on the repairs and updates and expansion. And so we agreed to make that happen. And so due to COVID, some spaces opened up that hadn't been open before, and we were able to really invite them in a way that allowed really hopefully to the library to enhance everything it does, and the art center to then again really increase who can use our makerspace and all of our spaces at the art center.
So because someone has a Pikes Peak Library District library card, they now have access to all of the spaces in the Manitou Art Center?
Beginning April 1st. It's
Okay.
true. So yeah, so pottery, we have our printmaking, we have paper making, we have our textile spaces, our design lab, wood shop, metal shop, dark room, jewelry making, everything you can imagine at your fingertips with a library card.
So exciting.
It's definitely exciting.
And this space that we are in right now is really fascinating. It is literally a merging of a library and an art gallery. Can you tell us a little bit more about where we are right now?
Sure. Right now, you are in our First Amendment gallery, which really has meant a lot to the artists in our community. And we have just really been able to embrace this, again, as this collaborative moment, because libraries just really love the First Amendment, writers, authors, all of the meaning that holds for them as well. So this is that great, again, declaration sort of on the wall. And then physically, we do still have our First Amendment gallery on the wall, which is a non-juried show that anyone can bring up to 2 pieces of work in. And it's just the best and fastest way to participate in the art center. And then simultaneously, we have all the adult fiction in this space. But as you'll notice, they're on casters. So this is a very flexible space as well. So First Friday Art Walk, events, meetings, we'll be able to support all of those things in this space, which really just, again, we're flexible, but again, super supportive of everything that both organizations represent.
It's really exciting.
It is.
It's mobile art and library. So you had mentioned to me earlier that the pottery has been in this space over here for 33 years.
33 years. And we're in the process of moving it into the back of the 515 building, which will more than double the current occupancy. And so we're in the middle of that, so we're a bit of a mess, but it's really exciting. But I do think that is one of those things to note about our makerspace. We have 33 years worth of materials and equipment that's available. So we have the new stuff and the old school equipment as well. So there's a lot of depth to what we offer folks.
And all accessible with a library card now.
Correct. Beginning April 1st. We do
1st.
need a couple more weeks still.
Nobody come yet.
No,
but
not quite.
April
You
1st.
can get a tour.
Yeah.
But it'll just be enticing.
And now these are not all the books, right?
Correct. Yes. The bulk of the library is at the entryway to our 515 space. So
Okay.
we no longer have our cafe and our grand hallway. But I think that the comment we get the most is that they do feel like we haven't lost the heart of the art center, but then we also have really been able to fully embrace everything that the library is. So people actually feel like both organizations have what they need to really be successful.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, it's impressive that we pulled this off in 8 months. So
8 months.
8 months.
Oof,
Yeah.
well-used time.
Yeah, we have an MOU that sort of, I think.
So you said there are a couple of phases that are happening right now. So the library portion is open. It's actively open.
Correct.
And then what is the next phase?
So the art center will then open on March 15th. So again, at that point, the clay studio will have moved. Some other things will have shifted. So we'll be ready for that.
Okay.
And then that still gives us 2 weeks to then prepare for the big advanced opening where we then have the makerspace open to the public too.
Amazing. And the pieces we see in here, how these particular pieces, how long have these ones been?
Sure. So we do intake on, it's going to be weird when I say it, on all even numbered months. So our next intake will be the first, it'll be for that April. So the next April art walk, we will have all new work in this location.
So if they want to see these pieces, they should come after March 15th before April.
You can come now by appointment.
Oh, okay.
So honestly, you can come by now. That's
Great.
fine. Just give us a heads up and we'll be here to let you in.
So exciting. Well, so some of these makerspaces, what would that entail? If someone has a library card and they want to utilize the makerspace, what does a person have to do?
Sure. So your first step is really to get a full tour to kind of see what's available.
Okay.
And then from there, we sort of create a plan for you. So what equipment do you want to use first? And then there's an orientation. And so honestly, it's going to depend, right? So if you took, I don't know, darkroom classes when you were in high school and you just did a refresher course, we can do that and you can more quickly jump in and start using the darkroom. But if you need to start from scratch, it might take a couple classes before you can really dig in. So it is going to vary from person to person, which does mean there's going to be some complexity to how it happens, but we believe we can really just make it work for each individual person.
This is a really exciting collaboration. I appreciate you making time within all of the transition for us to be here with you today. Thank you for this. Thank you for the collaboration. And I think I'll send it back to you, Angela. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Natalie. And thank you, Jennifer, for taking us live on the street. As always, you can look to peakradar.com for events at Manitou Art Center, at the Pikes Peak Library District. Their public programs are also on Peak Radar, and other events that are happening across the region. We hope you'll get out and explore some of the new things happening here in our community, creatively and literarily.